Today we have our first knife from Kansept. I'm pretty excited to check it out. So let's unpack it and test it out. Let's see what's inside. This is a pretty solid box, feels quite sturdy, that's nice. Then we have Kydex sheet, a cleaning cloth, the knife, and some paperwork. But I know we're all waiting for it. Let's see the knife. Let's open it up. It has a bit of tape. And here it is. This is the new NIKO. Looks quite nice. Believe it or not, this is a clip point blade. At least they say it is. The shape looks a bit different, but if it's a clip point, it's a clip point. Let's call it that. Then it has a Twill carbon fiber handle, which is quite unusual. Don't see it that often. And the blade is from D2 steel, which is a pretty decent blade steel. But when it comes to the size, it actually weighs only 111 grams, has an overall length of 185 millimeters and a blade length of 89 millimeters, with a blade thickness of 3 millimeters. So yeah, it's pretty compact, but still feels, I'd say, really nice. Actually has jimping in 3 places. On the spine, on the front, back of it, and on this part, which is quite unusual, but feels pretty nice. Adds quite a bit of grip, so we'll see how it cuts. And for that, let's start testing it with some paper. Actually slices quite nice. I'd say really nice, really smooth. Yeah. Now let's try and cut some cardboard on this book. Also cuts. Pretty nice. Some paracord. Also quite nice. Let's say it slices very nicely. You can see very little resistance. Feels quite nice. So now let's give it a harder task. Let's try and cut this thick rope. It's about 22 millimeters in diameter, so it's a pretty tough task. Let's see how it feels and how it slices. Actually, pretty nice. That was quite fast, so it's quite nice. But now, let's test it with these zip ties. See how this goes. And also, yeah, pretty nice. So now let's put this to the side. Let's test. Let's cut them like this. See how it goes. Feels actually quite nice. Fairly decent. Let's say really good. Let's try like this. Yeah, can also cut like that. But now let's try it with a belt. Let's see how this goes. Quite nice. Feels very nice. And after all of the tests, let's grab a piece of paper and let's see, is the edge still as new? I'd say so. Feels quite sharp. This is a bit of a messed up piece. Let's try and find a bit of a smoother one. Here it is. Feels quite nice. Slices very nicely. So now I think it's time to test the sheath. So let's take our pants off and let's put it on. Let's first off test the sheath, how it fits. It puts on quite nicely. It's a pretty nice fit. And has this hook on the end so it won't slip off. It's pretty sturdy. Let's put the blade in. You can see how it fits. You can conceal it with your shirt. Looks something like this. Quite nice. But now, how sturdy it is, it will probably not fall out like this. It felt really nice, really sturdy. I'd say it won't go anywhere. But let's see how comfortable it is to get it out. You can take it out like this, as well as pushing it with your thumb. Then it's obviously way easier. And the sheath is also adjustable. See how far it goes. It goes up to 90 degrees like this. So you can easily adjust it how you like it, which is pretty nice. So yeah, overall it's quite nice, I'd say. Feels really nice when cutting, when slicing. Might be one of my favorite EDC fixed blades. I really like the look and feel of it. As you can see, the blade is rose colored, but the finish is still as new after all of the cuts, which is quite nice. So yeah, overall I like it. It's quite nice. I'll continue carrying it, and let's make an update in a month or two. Let's see how it holds up. And yeah, if you want to pick one up, I'll leave the links in the description. If you liked this review, leave a like, subscribe, and see you next one. Bye.